some co-op today because I want to collect plenty of Umbrasite before the new DLC hits in 9 days. Damn, it's flying by. No, 14 days. I can count. Nothing. July 25th is the next DLC. Earlier than I expected. I expected it to be in about August, early August. So I guess they're putting it out about a week and a half early from what I expected. I'm actually going to do the headband today. I'm a fan of the headband. So, I saw somebody else using this armor set, and I decided to give it a try. It's actually really good. Basically, 4 pieces of Tatanashi to get ridiculous damage reduction, and then keep the Fanatic chest piece so that I can wear it at B agility and get some extra damage when critical. And that gives me equipment weight damage bonus for my set bonus, so I can put agility damage bonus on my ranged weapon. And that'll increase my damage. It'll make up for the lack of damage at critical. So I end up losing 4-ish% damage at critical, but I have more damage at non-critical, and I have a lot more defense non-critical as well. What's up, Ray? Thanks for stopping in. I hope work goes well. I made a new Odachi as well. So let's compare them. My Usami Nagamitsu is very defensive. I have guard key reduction and weaken melee weapons on it. Bloodstained Cleaver is all about offense. I have mid-attack break, weaken armor torso, and it has damage against enemies with full life as well. So I should be able to one-shot some nerds with this, and if I don't, weaken armor should trigger, and that'll increase my damage by like 50%. Depending on the enemy. And it does work on yokai, I tested that earlier. So hopefully we'll get a co-op bite here. Yay, we got one. I was trying to co-op last night at about 1 in the morning. It wasn't working too hot. Everybody was sleeping, I guess. Let me try to get some music on. I want to listen to my Sega music today. We'll start with Subterranea. No, start at the beginning. There we go. This is one of my favorite soundtracks ever. Where are we going? This guy's doing the Dark Souls thing, summoning for the boss instead of the regular mission. staggered him. I'm about to kill the fucking dude. Silly goose. Oh, cool, I got smithing text. Sweet. Trying to get a final blow, he's spamming quick attacks. That felt like Way of the Strong. He wasn't draining my Amrita, so... I wish it would just dump me straight back into the queue so I don't have to menu. Oh well. This is a good soundtrack for delving in caves. Subterranea, a video game about an underground spaceship, for lack of a better term. I guess you're still traveling in space, technically. Just not outer space. If you consider that we live in space, like can't explain what I mean. It's whatever, you know words. It's cool. Fucking lost connection. Okay, thank you. Try again. Come on now. There we go. Hopefully this one will actually work. Where you at? Here it goes. Polish Mandingo. Open up. That's some lovely latency. Cool. I needed whetstones. Fell down. That's okay. It's not that far. Cool. This sarcophagus is dumb. You have to walk around both sides. See you, bud. Woo! I kind of like the random co-op in this game. Do it again. Okay. Umibozo, my favorite. Did one here a while ago, and the guy just fell. Probably his first time in the mission. Oopsie. fine. Hello, Aikao. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Welcome to the stream. The true end game of Nioh is now co-op, so I'm doing that. Oh, you want to do the whole mission? I'd really rather not. I'm certain I can kill this boss. If you want a full clear, you should do that some other time. Do it. Don't die to the laser. Oh, you already lit all the things. What did you need me for? GG. Now go down. Oh, he didn't lit all the fires. I would love a set with a cannon in it. I think the Tonfas are going to be pretty cool. One of the images for the DLC teaser had a war fan in it, but they didn't say anything about a war fan, so I'm wondering what that's all about. If they just forgot, or if they were like, didn't want to spoil that. If I was critical, it would have died a lot faster. I didn't really have time to wait. The Tonfas are going to be pretty cool, I think. My guess will be that they'll be kind of like the Tonfa in Ninja Gaiden. But we'll see. I think they're going to be another blocking weapon, because we now have two weapons that are for break, Axe and Odachi, and so I think Tonfa will have a high parry stat like dual swords. I mean, I'd be down with it if it was like a spell or a ninjutsu too, but Tessen, the war fan, was kind of a weapon I was hoping for, because I think they need a magic scaling weapon, and I think that would be a good option for that. Scale with magic and spirit. Let me have a look at that picture again. See what you're talking about. Yeah, that does look like he has a Kusarigama hanging there, and something else. Some other stuff on his back. I don't know if Tonfa will sheath on the back. I think they will, because the in the at the end of the first DLC that it shows the guy that has the tonfa, and it has him. He has it on his back. So you might be right that that's actually just a ninja tool or a magic tool, something. I doubt we'll get a third weapon slot. Oh, you're that guy. Okay, what's up? you're the only one I know of that tried to get Onmyo magic bonus AA 7.5% damage or something at your Onmyo. I mean, the fact that it boosts shot damage is kind of nice. But the shots don't really do that much damage to begin with. Better than they used to be. That's for sure. Most regular enemies get status in a single shot now, which is nice. Although bosses usually take 2. It used to take like 3. And 99 Spirit, don't forget 99 Spirit. To get that extra 100 Onmyo bonus. Onmyo magic power. Oh, you fucked it up. Well, that's because we don't have Onmyo damage times 2. That's the only reason the ninja weapons deal as much damage as they do. If you try using them without it, they suck. Oh, so if you have 8, if it gives you 7% with just titles and magic investment, you might be able to get like 8% by raising Spirit. Hammer's hanging pretty good, Rob. What's up? Where are we going? Well, the A is 1% per Onmyo, per 100 Onmyo magic power. So if double A should be 1.1%. But you're talking about 0.1%, so not going to make a huge difference either way. Definitely not worth, because I tested Ninjutsu A and Onmyo A with Shichisei-ken and Heishihorin-ken, and it seemed to be 1% per 100. And if it's like the familiarity and consecutive attacks and stuff like that, it goes up by a little bit each stage up. So like A would... Familiarity A is 15%, Familiarity A plus is 15.5%, Familiarity AA minus is 16%, and so on. So it for that one, Onmyo and Ninjutsu, it's probably just a tiny little fraction of a percent increase per 100 Onmyo. Either way, I don't think particularly worth it. probably fine just to use the A version. And of course I feel the way about the change to attack AA. I don't think it's worth it either. I think skill damage bonuses are more worthwhile. If you can get both, cool, but if not, I wouldn't really give a shit. It's like 30 or 40 extra attack. With the change to attack ones. And the familiarity ones, you're like 1% more damage. Just it's for the people that really want to invest the time in getting the absolute maximum they can. Well, it increases your melee damage, so it should work for the talismans, right? Like, it just increases your total melee damage. Even though it wouldn't directly increase the talismans. I could be wrong, though. It might just increase physical damage. They're inconsistent with regards to stuff like that. Like, Kato's close combat attack only increases physical damage, but close combat attack critical increases elemental and physical. Got another Odachi bro here. Look, yeah. So you got 721 using titles, so I'm guessing you were using Genbu or Hinezumi? Or both? Yeah, so you could get 800 or 900 probably. 800, I would say 821, because 99 Spirit gives you 100 extra on Nioh. So you might hit 800. And then you can wear the the Nioh mage set and get an extra 15. I'm faster. Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky and they'll release an actual Nioh mage set that like gives that stat and some frickin' Nioh magic power. Because having that as a set bonus would be great. Because then you could have familiarity damage bonus on your melee weapon, and you wouldn't have to compromise. Especially if it's a heavy set to go with Genbu. I think that would be awesome. Heavy set with a big magic hammer or some shit would be awesome. Where are we going, George? Another weapon I really wanted is Tetsubo, the big fucking ogre clubs with the studs on them. I think that would be a decent magic weapon too. Or a spirit weapon. That might fall in thematically with Yamabushi. Which way did he go, George? He's just chilling on that ladder. Damn. I'd be down with that. Another axe variant. I think axes are good. Or an Odachi variant. I would like that even better. I love the Odachi moveset. This is the Find the Kodama mission, isn't it? I thought we were going to fight the boss. And I was like, wait, the arrow's pointing over there. Do you like that headshot? I saved you. You're indebted to me forever. Oh, damn. Don't follow me. I never know where I'm going. Neither do you, clearly. Well, hey, a little hut. Is this the make-out cabin? Is that why you led me there? I love that attack. So much stuff. Stuff. Umbrasite, nice. Stuff. Look at their little, I love their little coats. Here, I'll please him with my Kodama dance. Okay, see ya. I'm gonna show my setup again before I pop in another co-op mission here. Green? Damn, the color on my TV must be fucked up. I thought they were blue. So this is my new Odachi. Mid attack break in lieu of guard key reduction, simply for fighting humans like Marabashi. Close combat damage, close combat attack key reduction, duh. Weaken armor torso, which works on yokai, I noticed. It's like a 50% damage increase depending on the yokai. Pretty good. And then obvious change to attack familiarity and close quarters damage with full life. That's enemies with full health, so it works just fine in my critical build. Cannon, I need to shoot it more to get the familiarity up. I don't feel like spending whetstones. But that's really nice. And then just fire damage, agility damage, standard shit. And I'm using Tatanashi now for the damage reduction, allowing me to use this offensive Odachi as opposed to this defensive one. So my defense in not critical is much higher, and it's actually higher in critical as well. But I lose a little bit of critical damage. I lose 4 percent damage. I used to be full fanatic, and I still have my fanatic set. I'm very attached to it. But I'm trying this heavy armor build. I think that if I were in a different clan, I would use fanatic still. I used to be in Gamo, which is the luck clan, one of the luck clans, the one that gives damage. It gives consecutive attacks. 10% on the 6th attack. And but right now I'm in Todo, which is extra HP for stamina investment and close combat damage with heavy armor. I only have 4 pieces of heavy armor, so I only get about 8% damage, but it helps to make up for the loss in close combat attack critical. If I had a... I would need a Yasakani Magatama with elemental damage reduction. I don't have one of those. But I still get fucking 70% or something. Let's see, my stats right there. Heart, stamina, magic, spirit. Where's my elemental damage reduction? 71%. So that's quite a lot. I don't get statused very much. Except, fucking Tengu still managed to status me. But they're cheating assholes, so... But basically the idea was, in Fnatic I was using Usami Nagamitsu so that I could have a lot of offense, and then my Odachi reduces their damage reduction. So with this one instead, I now have plenty of damage reduction just from my armor, and I can have a more offensive Odachi. So even though my damage is technically lower in this set by about 4%, like I said, once Weaken Armor Torso activates, it's a lot higher. The caveat being that I don't have Weaken melee weapons because they conflict, but I don't need it because the damage reduction is so much higher. Oh, it's dark. I'm lost. Help. Okay, cool. Yeah, Raven Tengu are dickheads. They are an excellent reason to use Tatanashi. Because if you have 100% elemental damage reduction, I don't think they'll status you. But any amount of damage from their fucking wind beams will inflict status, as far as I can tell. See? And I'm supposed to get increased attack when I suffer a status ailment. But I don't. Sure. As soon as this dude gets out of his menu and we finish this battle, you can... We'll set a password, and you can summon me for Maria from that shrine there. I think you can. I really enjoyed Armor of the Exceptional when I was using it. I ended up losing mine in a save corruption, but it would be a lot easier to make now anyway, with the tempering system. Are we done now? Cool. But the thing with that is, if I want a bunch of damage, I'm just going to use Fanatic. If I want heavy armor for like defense, then I'm going to use Tatanashi. The defense of Armor of the Exceptional in Critical Living Weapon, at least, is actually lower than Fanatic because it doesn't have special effects. Tatanashi is higher because it just has higher base damage reduction. That 14% from the set bonus makes up the difference. So, yeah, it does more skill damage, but particularly for me, since I use Odachi a lot, I do a lot of regular attacks, and not so much skills in Living Weapon mode. It's quick attacks followed by a strong attack, because they chain seamlessly. So skill damage doesn't help me too much. If I was using something like dual swords with Sign of the Cross or something, maybe. It's like, the damage output on that is obscene. It's higher than the Kingo version by about 2%. And you can use Karajishi. Okay. See ya, Jose. I think I pushed him off. I'm sorry. My bad. I wonder if he'll send me hate mail. Sorry, bud, you were boring me. I like the spear out of Living Weapon mode. It's really mobile, has a lot of cool combos. Tornado is fucking fun. But, I love Living Weapon. I don't really care. People can say whatever the hell they want about me for that, but it's my favorite. It's the most damage, it's the most luck, it's the most... like, it's easy, straightforward. You get the highest defense, the highest offense, and the highest loot. What else is there to this game? Like, I mean, I guess if you want to impress people with your cool combos, cool, but like, you don't need a set to do that. What's his name? XLH Gladiator does, like, he just picks up random gear and fucking destroys the game. Dude's way too good. He played a bunch of Ninja Gaiden. I'm not like that. I'm not very good. So my strength is preparation. Anyway, doing Maria, right? So let's set a password here. Secret word. I'm gonna make a different secret word. I'm gonna make my secret word Dingus. D-I-N-G-U-S. It's my favorite secret word. So I'm setting my secret word, and let me know when you have your secret word set and you have used cup at the shrine, and I will gladly become a visitor. Donuts would be good. Good secret word. I don't even use this anymore. I want to talk about why I changed my spec. So, well, that's nice. Like, +4 now. Cool. It was +2 earlier. So it used to be Spirit, Magic, Dex, and then whatever else. Stamina, Heart, whatever I felt like at the time. But I realized that the only things I really used from the ninjutsu tree was quick change scroll and power pill. And I didn't use any of the shurikens. I don't have. It's very gear dependent. You need the thrown weapon damage times 2 rolls on everything for it to really shine. You have to have like 80% and then a bunch of percentage bonus. Otherwise, it's weak sauce, in my opinion, in Way of the Demon. So I didn't want to do that. I still wanted to have a bunch of luck. And I didn't want to have just thrown damage. And also, I prefer to press the attack buttons than the D-pad. I'm not a fan of just standing there and pushing a D-pad button. I'd rather run in and take some licks, you know what I mean? It's personal preference. It's good. I think Living Weapon and Shuriken are the best setups right now. But, so instead, I needed 99 stamina and at least 15 strength to equip my Tatanashi with Fanatic Chest at B agility without rolling weight reduction, which I didn't want to do. Since it scales with strength and stamina anyway, that was fine. So I got 99 heart, 99 stamina, because I wanted a bunch of ki so I could fight outside of Living Weapon if I wanted to. And then I just put the rest in strength. I only need 8 dexterity to use quick change scrolls and the 2 stealth scrolls in case I die and I want to go retrieve my grave. And then the rest of it's passives. I should swap these out for the cannon passives, but it'll be fine. This is good for right now, what I've got. And so that gives me more attack, too, because now, instead of having dexterity, which is a dead stat for Odachi, I have heart and stamina, which are good. So if I were to put 99 in strength versus 26 in heart, I would only gain about 50 attack on my Odachi. I'm not too worried about that. And if they raise the level cap, obviously I'll put strength to 99. I don't think they will. We'll see. I doubt we'll get back, even if they do raise the level cap, I doubt we'll get back to the point where the max level is 750. We'll probably go to 450 in this DLC, and then 500 if they raise level caps at all. But I believe that the whole reason they lowered the level cap is because they wanted respec books to mean anything. And they wanted people's choices of setup to mean anything. I don't know about Bloodborne being better. I consider them to be very different games. People compare Nioh to Souls a lot, and I think it's a lot more similar to Bloodborne. But I played a lot of Bloodborne. A lot. A lot. A lot. A lot. And so I'm playing this game now. That's really all. The temper mechanic is amazing. You can do a couple of co-op matches and some Twilight missions and make a perfect weapon. It's fucking beautiful. This, completely made with tempering. I didn't so when you start tempering, you can, here, let me see if I can give a little explanation of how to temper. Sort of gist of it. So basically, find a decent... No, I like Odachi, so I'm going to look at Odachi's here. So here's another Usami Nagamitsu. That's fucking cool. Got changed to attack magic star. Hang on to that. I might upgrade that, actually. So, hey, thanks, Aiko. I'll see you next time. So, basically, it shows you a bunch of different things, right? Now, none of these really look appealing to me. And I don't want to change this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reforge these slots. And now it has a different set of bonuses there. So now that changes what shows up in the list. Right? So I would just keep doing that until I got, like, close combat damage 15%. Familiarity damage bonus, etc., etc. And with 20-something Umbrasight, once you get down to the last slot, The only way you can change what's in these is by spending an Umbrasite. And so you can change the bonuses that you see by reforging the other slots or using Umbrasite on that slot. And that makes it easy as fuck. So how to set a password. Go to System, go to Online Settings, and turn the secret word on. Then, when you look at the shrine and offer an Ochoko Cup, it will attempt to summon with the password. So the tempering system is amazeballs. It took me like 1,000 divine shards and a shit ton of gold to make this Usami Nagamitsu in the old system. It took me, no joke, 20 minutes and a couple of Umbrasite to make this. So it's good. It's real good. What difficulty are you on? You're on Way of the Demon, right? You don't go through the Torii Gate. So if you want to go through the Torii Gate, like to do Yokai Realm, you'll want to see this screen. Set difficulty, Way of the Demon, and secret word here. So you won't be able to do it with, yeah. Or you can specify a mission. Like so. So why don't I actually wait, and then you can join me. I thought you were going to do an Ochoko Cup. My bad. It doesn't really matter. I would have preferred to do it that way so that I could get an Umbrasite, but this way is fine as well. It'll get it done either way. you can't join with your Bloodborne character. You get guaranteed Umbrasite from beating Twilight missions and successful co-op. So Way of the Demon will give Fabled Umbrasite. Way of the Strong will give Quality Umbrasite. Way of the Samurai will give Umbrasite. And yeah, so you can't choose which difficulty you co-op on, but maybe they'll change that. So it's a crapshoot if you're doing random co-op. But if you are a visitor, then enemies also drop Umber Sight. So having a lot of item drop rate and a lot of luck helps to get Umber Sight, which is why I'm still doing a luck build with item drop rate. That makes sense. Oh, Hunter Blessing. Good, good point, Funky Moin. Nice to see you as well. There's a fellow Redditor there. So, I'm trying my damnedest for this to work. So, are you doing Torii Gate for this? And Yokai Realm? Or what? Like, we got to coordinate this better, because this isn't working. So if you're summoning, okay. So Yokai Realm with a companion. I'm gonna do difficulty. I think it might go. Yay, it worked. Awesome. Cool, cool. Sorry that took so long. Got me. Yay! I didn't know you could do... I mean, I guess that makes sense. So I guess the quality of the Umber Sight is random too, from rewards. So if you definitely want Umber Sight, you want to do all the Twilight missions. Sadly, enemies in Twilight missions won't drop Umber Sight, which makes me sad. But yeah, co-oping does. Enemies do. Luckily, I have these. luck using living weapon on both of my accessories. It's pretty nice. And yokai item drop rate, also nice. Okay, so... Unfortunately, I won't be able to help you with the dojo missions. You'll just have to try your damnedest on those. My recommendation is play extremely conservatively. Ta-da! Man, that first hit's a doozy. That bonus on there. This is not where I need to go. Is this the Samurai of Sawayama? I am going the right way. Oh, yeah, YouTube likes to back up a bit. I would stream on Twitch, but the issue with that is that I already have a bunch of subscribers on YouTube, and I don't have any on Twitch. I have like a couple. And I don't feel like I can really, since I can't run OBS on my computer and I just stream directly from my PS4, I don't feel like it would really do the Twitch service justice, if that makes any sense. There's your doggy. Yeah, get your doggy back. Expert dodge. Where are you going? Oh, you're getting all the loot? That's cool. Probably need this Kodama too. Let's go get the Kodama. Oh, I can't see shit. Fuck. God, fuck. Oh, God. Shit. Fuck. There it is. You fucking done. You dur. There's a Kodama right here. Dude. You fucking ran right past him. I wondered why you weren't responding. Dude, bro. We're going back to get that Kodama, because you'll never get it. Come on. You missed it. Come on. Kodama. There you go. Hmm. Get out of the... Oopsies. Happens every time. It's all part and parcel, man. Sometimes you help the summoner, and sometimes they die to stupid shit. I would rather that they die to a trap that is like one of those things that you get killed by the first time, and then you go, oh, because that's a learning experience. I don't like the ones like I described previously on Reddit, where there's a grave in the middle of a bunch of enemies, and they run straight into that group of enemies to pick up their grave and then die. You didn't figure this out the first time? I like this mission. Ooh, feels like Way of the Demon. Or strong, could be strong. Oh, so since I have full life, it must be Way of the Demon. I thought it scaled based on the host level, not the difficulty. It's Way of the Demon, I should put my quick change up. Ooh, hey, look at that. Oh, down he goes. No? See ya. What I don't like about this level is that frickin' Hanzo and what's-her-name will just push the enemies away from you while they deal 40 damage to it. stuff. Okay. Okatsu. Yeah, that's what I thought happened when he broke its horn. I thought he had overcharged it with fire. You gonna knock the shortcut down? Fine, I'll knock it down. 'Cause, you might die. I might die for that sake, for that matter, but it won't help me. I'm not saying I'm the most best around. Like that. Boop. Weary. Shit. Let's do it. Damn, no armor. I'm not too worried about getting the level 210 stuff anymore, since the DLC is going to come out, and I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to raise the item level again. But, if I got a couple, it wouldn't make me sad. You gonna shrine? Yeah, smart man. Played with another guy that wanted to play at critical life without living weapon, and did not save at this shrine, and immediately died to the first yokai out one of these doors. I was like, dude, come on. Now you're gonna have to run that whole way. Didn't do any of the shortcuts either. Oh, you gotta reforge your weapon. He weakened his pants. Did you see that? Go. You had to solo her, huh? She's really weak to living weapon. Put it that way. Trying to beat her without living weapon requires a certain amount of cheese. Oh, you gonna die. What the fuck shit? Cool. Nah, it's great. It's fine. Why? 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 Why though? Hit me. One more. That's what I want. Where are we going now? Dude. 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 Bro. Dude. Bro. Dude. Bro. Come on. Dude. We got this. You're wasting my freaking Emerita Stone now. Why? Why? Why you do this to me? Like, you're not gonna get anything good out of any of these. Yeah, might as well come get your dual swords. Oh, you don't want that loot? He's too good for my loot, but he wants me to wait around while he gets his loot. Cool, it's fine. No, you don't want this one? You think the chest, the size of the chest is a relative indication of its quality? That's a terribly, never mind, I'm not going to make the joke I was going to make about chest sizes. We'll just let your imagination do the work on that one. Sizes and everything. Good things come in small packages. I would love if my hits would register. That would be great. Even some lovely latency. That's how you do it. Open the door. Open the door. I can't open it. There we go. So slow. There we go. Sprint. Sprint. He's not sprinting. Now he's sprinting. Ta-da! Sure, Funky. You gonna save it this one? Yeah, you are. Fortunately, I dropped lots of these. Now, I'm not gonna fight Kelly in Living Weapon. It's a waste of stones. Got me. They always do this in co-op. They come up and then they go back down and then they come back up. Like, why? Why? Why you do this? I swear they do it just to waste spirit stones. Here we go. Damn, missed it. It's cool, we got plenty more rocks to play with. Don't spit, do the flame spray, or try to bite me. Gotta get this wind guy out of the way. This will nerf my damage, I don't want that. Spray me or bite me. There we go. Damn. One more. Looks like it worked. Our first triangle. Okay, now who's summoning? Dragon Castle, this one? Oops. So I'll try the Torii Gate one. Let me... Dingus. You said I can go through Torii Gate, so we'll try that. Yay! Hello. I'm here. I like the old dude skin. 10 out of 10. Alright, Sanic. Ooh, frame rate. You got running speed on multiple pieces? My item box is full! Shit. Item box is full. Damn! Hang on, let me clear out all these yellows. Or the whites. Do rarity, there we go. Surely I have more whites. I don't need to pick up the yellows, but... Fucking, I wish there was a drop-down menu for that. Okay, I'm not going to pick up these yellows, but we're good. I lied. I wish you could see this on your screen. Rip my frame rate. Damn, just picked up another white. I thought it was blue. I was still in high stance for a second. Where'd you go? Sorry, my frame rate is dogging pretty bad from the fucking all the loot I had to drop. What's up, buddy? Still blade spinning. Wow, 60 FPS, right? Okay, I think it unloaded all that loot, so it's running at a decent pace now. What is... Sorry, I got amused by a graphical glitch. I'm coming. Damn it. There we go. Coming. Kitty. Thanks for hanging out, Rob. Going pretty good, fourth sequence. I'm here with Funky Moine, also from Reddit, doing the Dragon Bros Castle time. Technical term. The tempering system has made farming less obnoxious because instead you just co-op. Which is very cool. I'm down with it. The only problems arise when you run into people summoning who don't quite know what they're doing. I've learned my lesson from that. Quick change scroll doesn't save you from falling damage. Yotoko mask, really? My box is full again, giggity. Drop more yellows. That's fine. So I have found long-range damage 30% on a yellow weapon before, a yellow ranged weapon, but I haven't found anything necessarily helpful on yellow melee weapons. Also, it's really, really easy to find in the tempering menu, so it's not my favorite thing to inherit. I'd rather keep an eye out for, like, agility or equipment weight damage bonus to inherit onto, because that'll be about as common. And you only have to keep divines. Yeah, I'm not sure about the level 200 plus stuff, because I have a sneaking suspicion the new difficulty in the DLC is going to involve an item level increase. So I think that those level 210 weapons will be obsolete very soon. Just like the 160s were. Like, I never broke my neck trying to get those either. A lot of people were really enthusiastic about it, and I'm like, well, in 3 months the DLC is going to come out, and there will be an item level increase, and sure enough there was. I will never ditch Living Weapon. It's my favorite way to play this game. I have tried other builds. I always come back to this one. Too far away. Nice. From my understanding, Living Weapon is ridiculous in PvP as well, particularly if you use Nioh shots to charge it almost instantly. But I don't care about PvP. Maybe you should try it with Odachi. Just saying. Living Weapon can't be parried, so you can spam quick attacks. You're not relegated to skills. Do a setup like mine, Tatanashi with no Odachi. Although the damage reduction of heavy armor is lower in PvP, but set bonus isn't. I don't think it is anyway. Could be wrong. That frame rate. My box is full again. This is what happens when you have way too high loot stats. And you don't empty your box out like you should. That's legit. Shuriken's probably cheesy fun in PvP, I would say. Especially since Pierce Guard ranged attack on your ranged weapon works for Shurikens. Yeah. I found the PvP in Dark Souls 3 to be the least fun. I will say at least it didn't devolve into backstab fishing. Don't die. How do you like my Odachi? I think it's because there are a lot of interesting things going on right now. The good news is there's a super high level meta now, where what is it, 320 something? I don't remember the exact number. It's in one of the more recent patches. The last matchmaking tier is like 320 something plus, and so you'll match all the way up to max level, which is great because diminishing returns mean that there's not a significant difference between 300 something and max level. But everybody's going to be in heavy armor, and they're going to have all the spells, and like it'll be kind of bleh. My personal stance on PvP in Souls games is that the community likes to decide the level matchmaking meta way too soon in the life cycle of the game. For example, Bloodborne, the community, in quotation marks, decided that decided that the level matchmaking meta should be 120 because that's what it was in Dark Souls. Knowing nothing about the game, what the soft caps were, or even how the matchmaking would work, they just decided it was going to be 120, and it stayed that way for like a year, until all those people moved on to Dark Souls 3, and the only people left playing Bloodborne were people that actually enjoyed that game. Yay, we beat it! I keep filling my box up. That's what she said. Ew. Forget I said that. Forget I made that joke. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell my mom I made that joke. Do a Kodama dance, because we did very well. I like Bloodborne PvP below level 100 and at 150-ish. 150, 160, something like that, depending on the build. So I like the really low-level stuff, too. But I don't like the 120 because I think it's a meta specifically designed for not Bloodborne. It's just a holdover from fucking Dark Souls, and it was the same thing in Dark Souls 3. They were like, yeah, we'll do 120, it'll be great. It's like, cool, you don't know anything about the stats in this game, and you already decided the frickin' level meta. Great. And no matter how many times I complained about that shit, people were just like, nah, you're dumb. I'm like, okay, cool, great. Call me back in 6 weeks when you raise the level meta. And then they did. When the DLC came out, they were like, oh, we'll do 125. It'll be more fair. I'm like, yeah? Is that because Onyx Greatsword exists and you want Pyromancers to be good now? I don't know. The community's funny. I have a tenuous relationship with the PvP community in Souls games. But I'm also not a serious PvPer. I just do it for funsies occasionally. It kind of pissed me off that there were rewards locked to PvP in Dark Souls 3 as well. Specifically the kind of PvP that I don't enjoy, which is invading people. I don't like being invaded, and I know nobody likes being invaded. And so to have spells that I'd wanted for my build to be behind invasions, it left a bad taste in my mouth, and I just didn't use those. I did something else. Yeah, I'm working on emptying my box right now, Funky. Thank you. Just glancing over the inheritables here. Although I've rarely seen anything useful on a blue. Because of the rarity tiers. Yeah, we'll just skip to the purples. Somebody tried to tell me that you can get Umbrasight from breaking items down, but I have yet to see one. I thought the magic was really good in Dark Souls 2 PvP. And you could wear the Jester outfit, or the Jester top anyway, to avoid people backstab fishing you, which I really liked, because... And I'd always get hate mail, because I was fucking AoE Pyromancer. I would do the... What was the Pyromancy that was the Flame Pillars, but from the DLC? I forgot the name of it. Somebody's Rage. Anyway, the fucking huge pillars with the knock-up. And I would just do that repeatedly, and they couldn't backstab me during the animation, so they would just get hit and die, and then they would send me hate mail that I was a scrub for using Jesters. I'm like, dude... Get good. Shoot me in the head with a great bow. Like, come on. And I also liked that the DS2 magic had a little bit of tracking. So you'd throw a fireball and it would just track just a little bit. Not too much. You could still dodge out of the way, but you couldn't do what you do in Dark Souls 3, which is just casually walk to one side, and it doesn't matter that you threw a fucking Great Chaos Fire Orb at them. Some bullshit. I was never good at the free aiming, so I needed some kind of lock-on help. Like, I get being salty if somebody doesn't fucking, like... bow at the beginning to show that you're gonna have a nice duel or whatever, because like it would annoy the fuck out of me if I'm like gonna do a gesture, I'm like waving hi, I don't bow but I wave, and I'll wave at them and then they fucking what was the name of that dark magic, climax, fucking yeah, that sounds great. So I go to wave at them and they climax in my face. That was annoying. It's a great sentence to say. I'm gonna put you in my box. I like this cleaver. Cleaver, very good. Yeah, I hate it when you just go to say hi to somebody and they just climax right in your face. And then you die. That's how that works. It's just like they said in Mean Girls. I'm not using my special effects criticals. I'll lose them in my box, but that's okay. So I have a couple of accessories with special effects critical on them that I was testing out. But I love loot, so I use the loot ones instead now. Oops, that was my fan. Shit. Is it 214? No, different one. Is it this one? No. Shit. Maybe it wasn't my fan. Yes, it was. I don't have any other fans. Ooh, another Yasukani from Co-op. Cool. I've gotten like 5 Yasukani Magatama just from Co-op. Okay, luck. There it is. Cool. Yeah, so I have a human fan and I have a yokai fan. I'm a fan of these fans. They both have item drop rate, luck, and luck using living weapon. Pretty nice. So somebody posted on Reddit where you enter the smithy and says Irasai, right? I can't pronounce that because I don't speak Japanese, but it's basically like welcome. And but they posted on Reddit that she doesn't like you to eat inside the smithy. She tells you to eat outside, and now I can't unhear every time I enter the smithy. Eat outside. Fuck, but I have this sandwich, and I'm short on time. Okay, 4th sequence. We gonna do some farming, or am I gonna go back to random co-op? Eat outside. No problem. I'll probably finish this mission in that time. Oh hey, look at this thread on Reddit. I know that in Dark Souls it was like 120 or something, but basically what's the optimal level for Nioh? And every fucking response is max level. Thank you, Nioh community, you don't disappoint. Max level, this isn't Dark Souls. And they're absolutely right. Oh lordy, we're on Way of the Demon. Fuck yeah. Get some luck. Because in Nioh there's no level-based matchmaking, so it doesn't matter what your level is. Which I think was a good choice. I know a lot of people don't agree with it. I really liked Become Thy Enemy. That was a good quick run. That was fun when we did that the other day. Yeah, you're right, Funky. This Odachi is cruel compared to my other one. with the weakened armor bonus. It just takes it to the next level of cruelty. Also, I've started using Carnage Talismans. So much stuff. This is why my box always fills up. However, I'm looking for Umbrasight and gear, so item drop rate is what I need. Fun fact, I don't know if this is common knowledge yet, but it was actually... my eyes were first opened to this by a friend named Bugaskan. He's in the item trading Discord that we had for a little while. Now I think it's kind of pointless with the tempering system, but it was the thing for a little while. And item drop rate gives you more items, like everything, including gear, which was something that boggled my fucking mind, because I was like, no, I want equipment drop rate. So basically what happens is item drop rate increases the total number of things that drop, and equipment drop rate increases the number of gears, like equipment specifically. So apparently you can increase your equipment drop rate and get more total drops. It's just that they'll always be equipment, right? Whereas item drop rate increases everything. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm explaining it properly. So both of them will increase the total number of things that drop from, say, a boss. But with equipment drop rate, it's going to be equipment specifically, whereas item drop rate, it could be crafting materials and stuff too. Or Umbrasight. That was a pretty classy emote to open that Nurikabe with, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you definitely want a bit of both. So what I did is I have both on my chest piece, and so I have 25% in both on my chest piece. You get item drop rate from titles, 15%, pretty good. And then I inherited 25% more onto my hat, because my hat already had luck on it, right? Because it can roll naturally. So I have 5% more on my gloves just because I can. So I have 70.9% item drop rate and 30.9% equipment drop rate. And as you can see, I get plenty of equipment. So clearly item drop rate is a good stat, even if you want equipment. But I get shit tons of other stuff too. I get consumables, I get Umbrasight, I get divine shards, upgrade materials, stuff like that, and elixirs, and yeah, so I get fucking everything. So they're indistinguishable at some place like Marubashi, where all they drop is gear anyway, equipment rather. And that was where I was testing it to see if that was what was going on. Oh, you're gonna make me change passwords? I don't know about that. It makes sense. You would just want a bunch of equipment drop rate to guarantee that the items that do drop, or more guarantee that more of the items that drop are equipment specifically. But I wouldn't say that it makes it less likely in the way that they mean. So, I find that a lot of the people who comment about, like, luck and drop rates and stuff do a couple of tests, like, they do, like, 1 or 2 runs, and take that as indicative of anything. And it's really hard to come to conclusions about stuff like that unless you're familiar with systems like that. And I don't necessarily trust other people to be familiar with stuff like that. I know that sounds shitty for me to say because who the fuck, I'm just some random fuck on the internet, but from my experience of having just shitloads of item drop rate, I get 2 or 3 pieces of divine gear from red enemies. Sometimes it's a divine shard and a piece of gear. Sometimes it's just a divine shard. But, like, I don't think it's going to make as significant of a difference for you to, like, want to have a completely different set. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that guy paralyzed me. There must be some latency, because I have my resistance talisman up. Ow. Give me my charge, please. Thank you. I fucking pushed the button. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna turn you down. You're a little cacophonous. And those snakehead guys in particular just drop a ton of shit. So, the red enemies are guaranteed to drop 1 piece of divine gear. If you have item drop rate, they might drop 2. So at like 70%, like I've got, I get 2 pieces of divine stuff from them 70% of the time. And then 30% of the time I only get 1. So, sometimes it's a divine shard. Sometimes it's 2 pieces of armor. Rarely it's a weapon. And that's simply because they're, you know... I'm not sure what the rates are on weapons versus... Let's see what drops from this guy. Yeah, so he actually dropped 3 divine things. 2 pieces of armor and a Kusarigama. So I don't think that it's going to make a consistent difference whether you have item drop rate or equipment drop rate. I find item drop rate to be more useful in general because you're also farming for Umbrasight. And so you can use the same set. You don't have to respec your... You don't have to change your inheritables out. If that makes sense. Just my opinion. Because Umbrasight, you don't want equipment drop rate. You want regular items, too. See, but that one only dropped a divine fragment. But the other one dropped me 3 fucking pieces of divine gear. So yeah, I don't think it's consistent enough to say one way or the other. Tapped his butt. Okay. Newest. Damn it. I missed it. Yeah, so a level 200 Shiranui. I think it was 2 chess pieces. Yeah, so I didn't get any 200 plus, but... Yeah. So to me, the Umber Sight would be like the main reason to use item drop rate. And item drop rate, like I said, it just increases everything. So it worked for me to get, whether I used equipment drop rate or item drop rate, to get more gear drops from Marubashi. I should qualify that I was testing Marubashi, and then I tested another mission where it wasn't bosses. So at Marubashi, I could consistently increase the amount of gear that I dropped by increasing either item drop rate or equipment drop rate, which led me to conclude that item drop rate just increases the number of drops, and equipment drop rate increases the number of equipment drops. So think of it as like two different bars, right? The top bar, you have item drop rate, and then the bottom bar, you have equipment drop rate. So if you increase your item drop rate, you increase just all the drops that you drop. But if you increase your equipment drop rate, then you just get more equipment. You don't get more, like, consumables and Umber Sight and so on. So, like, I can easily get the max number of drops from Marubashi using item drop rate. Like I said, I see more equipment even from the red guys. Like I got three pieces from that one. But then I only got a divine shard from the other one, so either way it's going to be inconsistent. I would rather get more consumables and more Umber Sight. So I have item drop rate 25, equipment drop rate 5 on my hat. I've got 2 25s on my chest piece, and then I've got another item drop rate here on my gloves. So I end up with 70% item drop rate and 30% equipment drop rate. And then I have those 2 accessories. And those help a lot too. Well, equipment drop rate just increases the amount of equipment, not necessarily among. So like say an enemy drops 4 to 6 items. Each item that it drops has a certain percentage chance to be equipment versus whatever else. If you increase your equipment drop rate, you could get 5 pieces of equipment, even if you don't have any item drop rate. Does that make sense? So you're more likely to get equipment drop rate. By having only equipment drop rate, you could get to their cap of 6 item dropped. Or you can increase item drop rate, and you can still get to the cap of 6 items dropped, but all 6 of them might not be equipment. The Kodama Blessings increase your chances of getting a specific type of equipment, either weapons or armor. So that will work on your equipment drop rate value. It'll change the distribution of armor versus weapons. When you drop a piece of equipment, right, you'll be 5% more likely for it to be a weapon or a piece of armor. That's my understanding of it. This shit's hard to really test because fucking, like, obviously it's all fucking, it's percentages and it's obfuscated, and you have to kill the enemy a lot of times before you figure out how much it's supposed to drop in the first place. That guy dropped 1 piece. I'll keep track of the number of pieces of gear that these guys drop. And so when Hunter Hunter will activate when you drop not gear, you get an item. So it'll be 25% more likely to be a material as opposed to, like, elixir. Right? So you'll get more divine fragments, more umber sight. But you'll get fewer consumables, arrows, and stuff. Does that make sense? That's my understanding of it. Yeah, I'm going to keep track of how many pieces of divine gear I get from these reds. The rest of these guys I wouldn't bother keeping track of because most of them are just going to drop yellows anyway. A lot of the regular enemies that aren't red enemies have a max drop of yellow or blue. I'm also not in living weapons, so that's worth mentioning. So this guy gave me a hat. No. I got a Fabled Umber Sight and a Divine Fragment from that guy. But I'm not in living weapon. I want somebody to tap me. Was that a red down there? Because I got one piece of gear from whatever that was. One thing we can agree on, definitely, is that the Odachi living weapon moveset is amazing. So, like, I'm getting shit tons of, like, Ochoko, Umber Sight, and stuff. So, to me, I like having item drop rate. Because I like the Umber Sight, in particular. And I got another Fabled Umber Sight from that guy. Especially since we established that I don't really give a shit about getting level 210 items. Yeah, you can even watch back to before we were talking about this and have a look at what's dropping from reds. Yeah, I think Funky's right about the 210 weapons. The first DLC mission will drop 210 weapons. That's why I don't give a shit. It's also not a hugely significant difference. Like, think about the amount of damage that we already do. Oh.